My email is davidrale@juno.com, davidrale@juno.com. You can contact me there. My Facebook page is facebook.com/davidrale.98. Feel free to friend me, send me messages. And of course, my YouTube channel is Klondor1, KLONDOR1. Now, I got a question from someone who was wondering about the Bible. And the Bible has been corrupted, and it has been turned into basically a propaganda device to control the masses. In the 3rd century, there was somewhat of a in-war with the people in the church and the Catholic Church, I suppose it was at that time. And the mystics were thrown out. All the mystical books and teachings were thrown out. They burned the great library at Alexander, which had many books on mysticism and the occult and so on and so forth. Now, I've heard that those books and manuscripts were taken out of there and are in the basements and the catacombs at the Vatican, which, I don't know. I haven't been there. I haven't seen them, but I certainly wouldn't doubt it. So, go ahead and research this. You'll see that the bad guys took over and kicked the good guys out, changed the Bible, took the stuff out on reincarnation and all the good stuff. Now, Jesus was a mystic. There's no doubt about that. Some of the things he said, one day you will do greater things than I've ever done. The kingdom of heaven lies within. Take no thought for tomorrow. The Lord's Prayer. Thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. This all validates him being a mystic, and this is all mystical teachings. The movies, Star Wars, at least the first 3, God is the Force. And all you have to do to see it and be one with it is shut up and be aware in the moment without thought. That's it. And that is all meditation is. In my other videos, I teach you the specific techniques to practice to do this and to see how the thinking part of our mind is creating all of your suffering. Now, back to the Bible. It talks about a devil, Satan, okay? Now, once you start practicing honest, impartial self-observation, you'll very quickly come to see that this thinking part of our mind is extremely deceptive, cunningly so. One thing that happens in the beginning, when you first start to sit down to do passive meditation, this thing is going to try to, go do the dishes. You need to do the dishes. What's on the TV? Check your phone. It's trying to get you to talk you out of doing this. It's trying to talk you out of being happy. So you'll see it right there. Instantly when you do that. It's totally self-destructive, and I just demonstrated that, right? And you'll see it for yourself. So what is deceptor, tempter, and destroyer? It's Satan. There it is, right here. That's what it's referring to, the ego, the false self. Now, me telling you that does no good. You practice these techniques, you'll see it for yourself, and you'll know. Thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven, okay? Heaven and hell are states of consciousness. They're not a place, or even another dimension, although the higher dimensions are much more blissful than here. When you move into the higher dimensions, you can't take the ego beast with you, and pretty damn blissful. So, the thinking, okay, you are not your thoughts, and you are not who you think you are. You're not your beliefs. You're none of that. You are what you experience in the moment without thought. And that is that which is called God. Okay? Again, you'll know this when you have the experience. So, the hell state of consciousness is unfortunately the consciousness you're stuck in right now. You can't shut this thing up long enough to move into the moment and see the good stuff that's right in front of you, the force, God, whatever you want to call it. Pure love, the sea of love is around you and it closes you off to it, okay? That's hell. And you may say, well, I've got a nice girlfriend or wife or a significant other, a job, kids. What happens when those are all gone? And what about that feeling in your gut about the insecurity you carry about losing them? Because they could be gone at any second. God forbid. However, you, in every individual on this planet, has to develop to the point where you can be totally happy on your own, without anything outside of yourself. And anything outside of yourself that you're using is a cover-up, okay? And that's why people are always on their phones and whatnot. It's a distraction from being with themselves, from being stuck with this ugly thing in hell. Okay, so there we go. The kingdom of heaven, thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. I mean, it's pretty clear right there. You need, when you practice meditation, okay, take no thought for tomorrow. That's this. It's always in the future or the past, right? Okay? See, there's good stuff in the Bible, but for the most part, you're going to be better off getting to my teachings or someone who teaches similar, because I cut right to the chase. And I say, hey, look, it's all about honesty and practice. Okay, that's the difference between spirituality and religion. Spirituality is a practice. Religion is a belief system. Beliefs aren't real. Okay, if you don't believe me, find one in the moment. Where is it? Okay, if it's not happening right now, it ain't real. It's all an illusion. That's the devil, the ego beast, the false self. Okay, so there it is. Take no thought for tomorrow. Live in the moment, because the kingdom of heaven is here right now. Why are you not connected with it? If it's in here, it's here now. It's always here, right? Right? Okay? So, practice meditation, silence the thoughts, you got the kingdom, boom. Right in the Bible. Supports that. One day you will do greater things than I've ever done. The man said it. It's in there. Well, there you go. There's the mystic path to enlightenment. You start with no skills. Excuse me. And as you practice and gain skill in living in the moment, your powers, because of your connection to the divine, increase and increase, and you experience more and more magic, miracles, and you do all that crazy stuff that Jesus did. Okay? You do greater things than he's ever done. That's part, just like in Star Wars. Remember the powers the Jedi has? Well, it's true. You got them too. Okay? What are some of them? Telepathy. knowing the future, intuition, healing, being able to heal and direct and manipulate energy, manifesting amazing stuff, and on and on and on and on, okay? So let's talk about the story of the Garden of Eden, because this kind of plays in there too. So they ate of the tree of good and evil, which was forbidden. Now, and the snake is the tempter. That represents the thinking part of our mind, the ego, the devil, okay? That's the snake. The apple is it's desire, okay? Falling in love is just emotional lust. It's not real love. If it was, it wouldn't hurt so bad when it was gone. Real love, there's no downside. And you're surrounded by the sea of love, and when you shut this thing off, it flows in and you're there, and boom! Way better, okay? So we were like the elementals, the fairies, the gnomes. We lived on the astral without ego. We were totally in bliss and happy, but we could not evolve up the dimensional scale. We could not become masters. We could not become Jedis. So we wanted to move into the physical. So in order to do that, we had to take on our egos, which lives in duality, right, wrong, and all that stuff, to create suffering for us, so we could use that suffering through meditation as a means to its end and become masters and move up into the higher dimensions, become more powerful beings, basically. Because the fairies and elementals, they can't, as Jesus said, do greater things than he's ever done. They can't do much there, okay? So the eating of the fruit represents the lustful nature of the ego and always seeking pleasure, because what the ego sees or calls happiness is just pleasure. But unfortunately, for as much pleasure as you get, you eventually fall back to the exact degree of pain. So that is not real happiness. Happiness is in the center of that, where you're in the moment. Okay? So that's what the story of the Garden of Eden is demonstrating. Now, until you have the initiate experience and understand the gig here and what I'm talking about, where you really know it because you've experienced it, you're not going to be able to figure out things like the story of the Garden of Eden and what it really means. So, as a whole, the Bible is not terribly useful. This kind of stuff that I'm giving you is, because I'm telling you, look, you want to be happy, you want to clean up the mess in your life, practice this. Honesty and practice. And you'll get it. You'll get it done. Okay? So let's see if we covered that. Okay? The apple is the temptation. The snake is the tempter. We are Adam and Eve moving out of the realm of the elementals and into the physical to become masters, to grow. And that's what that's all about. So I think I've covered that quite well. If you have any questions, hit me up. Okay? Bliss out, man. Peace out. You are an amazingly beautiful being of incredible love, light, and so powerful. Wait till you see what's coming to you. There's nothing more exciting than practicing meditation and watching yourself unfold. Watching your anger, your loneliness, all those negative emotions just fade away into nothingness. One day you sit down and you go, I'm sitting here alone and I'm totally happy and I don't have anything to distract me, not sex or drugs or food or my cell phone. And well, where's the anger and the loneliness and depression? I haven't experienced those for a long time. All that stuff, it doesn't even exist for me anymore in my life. And the last two things to go, desire and fear. I've been working a lot on fear lately. I still have those left, but all the other stuff, it's gone. It's gone, and I'm so incredibly happy. It's fantastic. So again, nothing is more exciting than watching yourself grow through meditation. It's just silencing this and being aware in the moment. It is not in conflict with any religious doctrine or dogma. Okay? Now, depending on where you are with your beliefs, which again are not real, find them in the moment. Where are they? You can't find them. The only thing you can find is what's happening in the moment. You don't have to give them up. Hold on to them if you want to. It's not about believing me. It's about taking the techniques that I tell you, practicing them so that you can see. So as you practice, you will have experiences that are in conflict with your beliefs. You have to be willing to let them go. I mean, if you don't believe that you live in an area where there's bears, and all of a sudden, you look outside and there's a bear in your backyard, what are you going to do? You're going to go into denial, which is dangerous because now you got a bear in your yard. Same with beliefs. Or are you going to go, oh, shit, I didn't know there was bears in there. Well, I saw one, so obviously there are. So, I mean, unfortunately with the ego, it doesn't want to give up its power, and it fools you into thinking that you're it. And all those beliefs and all that shit that you think you are is you. It's not. It's not. And, I mean, I've literally had students who I told them they were going to get a miracle, and they got it. They got amazing miracles where God was literally communicating them in the most miraculous way, saying, this is what you need to do, and they would not do it. That's how evil that thinking part of your mind can be. But hopefully you're ready and willing to surrender any beliefs that you encounter that aren't false, to stop trying to manipulate the outer world to get what you want from it. Because happiness, remember, the kingdom of heaven is in here. It doesn't come from out there. It's not coming from your significant other, your children. Nothing. All that can do is add joy. But even if it's taken away, when you got this, the kingdom of heaven, you're good. You're good. People can die that you love, and you're joyous. You're not upset. And that goes into the three solvents. All right? So remember, you rock. You are the power. Be it.